You see, you're probing into how this all began, in a manner of speaking, in terms of my function, or teaching, or purpose, example. And so people were drawn by one means or another means to be in my company. For many it was about astrologic understanding and trying to master what that was in their own case. See? And so the beginning is about learning how to be present. And we mean that in a radical sense, learning how to be present. Not necessarily analyze the present, but be present. So, coincidentally, many of the people who came to me in the beginning were academics. That means educated, people working on or having their master's degrees as a certain, I guess you might say, condition that they had accomplished, right? But it didn't give them any access to enlightenment, right? This thing we're calling enlightenment. Liberation, enlightenment. Not just this idea of enlightenment, but liberation, enlightenment. It's different. See, so everyone has this beginning of appearances, but the demand from there on in is to go beyond appearances. In other words, go deeper. And then that becomes a process, because it's not something you're going to say a few words, explain it, and then everybody's going to jump into it, and the next morning they're all going to come back and say, I went deeper last night. I went unconscious, I had some great dreams, but I'm still not enlightened, man. Same stuff is there. And so then we know it's about practice, it's continual practice, so it's not going to go like that, into like awakening. It could, but ordinarily no, it takes time. It's a cooking process. So you start somewhere, you come in, you're introduced, and then maybe you start to unpeel, unfold. And that means go beyond your neuroses, self-beliefs, self-confusions, self-division, self-programming, right? What you inherited from your ancestry, blood karma. You have to look at it square in the face and say, I'm not you, beyond the point. I am beyond you. I'm not who you made me to be for your own purposes. Oh, beloved blood, family, right? Right now, I must go beyond that. And you see in the stories of many of the monks and teachers and gurus, they all had to go beyond the family. It was Buddha's recommendation. So you have to leave family, or the cult of family, the enclosure of family, the prison of family, and all the noise that creates, all the wonderful things that it makes you to believe and feel about yourself and everybody else in the family. And after a while you say, no, it's old hat, it's noise, I need more, that's not enough. I know that all too well. So you move beyond it. And you start this unpeeling, a willingness to go beyond your appearance, go beyond what appears to be the real life that you're having. And before you know it, the scenery changes, and maybe you change, depending on what you're willing to let go of in the process of your unfoldment or progression. As you, let's say, start to hear more than you've heard before, see more than you are conditioned to hear, see, hear, know, and believe, and smell, right? Feel. And you start to expand through this process of openness, which if you're involved in real teachings, it's all about that. Letting go by way of opening beyond appearances.